Hello there, Capricorn. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Capricorn for December of 2020. We're at the end of the year. For everyone who's new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. We'll pull Angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you during the reading. I guess it makes all you Capricorns named Frankie for the time of this reading. Look at your moon sign and your rising sign. You'll get a more comprehensive view of the month, and I don't think the cards will go week by week. I think they are going to blend in and out throughout the month like an overall theme. I have a short message for us, and it's like, get rid of, how did they want to say that? Get rid or shed all of our old habits this month. Getting them off the board, out of our way, all those kind of things, and start stepping up more, getting a new mindset, stepping up to the plate. And I think when we do that and we become we're pretty, good at innovating things, then we'll get a lot of financial opportunity. But I think the opportunities are going to come through other people, like our connections with others and the people that are around us, maybe in the business world, maybe different, or friendships, things like that. We have good words, and we actually, all of our cards are pretty good down here too. Yeah, they are. We got our words are expectancy, kindness, freedom, support, and education. And that's kind of interesting with the one card that's sitting here. Our card on the bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man. And I thought, well, what's that got to do with anything? But they were saying about getting basically a new mindset. So this is when we are in a state of like suspended animation between the past and the future that's coming into being, or a new direction in our life is beginning to form or come into the making. And it's time for us. It's time for us to get a new perspective. That's what the card actually means. I was thinking about that with the original message, and I thought, well, that's kind of appropriate. It goes right along with it. Get a different perspective about what's going on, making some significant changes, looking at things in our life maybe from a different angle, and making all the necessary readjustments that we need to make for this month and for the following year if we're thinking about it. And the card itself means we should be pursuing cosmic enlightenment or internal enlightenment. This guy's not in trouble. No one hung him. He's put himself up there. It's just like a symbolism of how do I look at life in a different manner. So it tells us to make a clean break with our past, period. Fort Pitt, concentrate on becoming like spiritually attuned, spiritually aligned with what's going on in our life. Readjustment, we'll have to make readjustments, but readjustments are needed, but they don't have to be hurried, and they don't want to be pushed. With the Hangman, it's more methodical, like getting it and taking one step at a time, taking our time, making the right decisions, the ones that are appropriate and right for us. We might want to think about where we truly want to be in our lives, and where do we want to be in the future. That's what the important thing is for right now, and for like for the long term or long time coming, not just future of the next month. What do I want these things to look like, and when I'm moving through? So we need to pay attention to what's going on inside of us, our inner development. Be prepared with this card, like to dance to the tune of a different drummer. something's different coming into our lives, something that's more important to us, moving forward, basically, more important to our future. But I think all that upcoming stuff is going to come through the connections that we have, maybe the people that we know, basically, in our lives. And I'm saying that because of the way these cards are laying. Quite interesting. We have two major arcanas right off the bat. Now we have the Hierophant, and that means there's some type of a traditional factor that's in our life, whether it's could be a religion, could be a philosophy, some type of social organization, any type of an authoritarian type group, and we would feel this great deal of loyalty towards a tradition or towards a group, and we would find that it supported us in some manner. And we have the word support down here, and we could choose like to live our life in accordance with the beliefs that we have in common with this like particular group or particular organization, and we could maybe like want to be a leader in it, or we could be associated with someone who is wants to be the leader. This, whatever this group or tradition, whatever it is, it inspires us in some manner. It like inspires us, whether it's a teacher, maybe the group emotionally supports us, but when you get into the Hierophant energy, you get this judgmental quality. You're expected to follow a certain way, like a certain established belief system. Let me put it that way. And you'd be educated to it. I can understand that. And expectancy. You're expected to adhere to the belief system. If you don't, you're going to be called on the carpet and be called into account. So based on the people cards I see in here, I'm going to say some of us Capricorns this is going to be upside down for us, and we are like, this is not happening. I am not going to go in accordance with what this particular organization is telling me I have to do. I'm just going to turn it upside down on its head, and I'm going to fight that tradition because it no longer supports me, and there's something more for me out there that seems at this time more valuable. Now, I don't know what that's going to mean. We're all different Capricorns, but I think the reading's going to be like divided. Does this organization, the beliefs, the ideas of it, do they give me freedom? Are they still truly still supporting me, or is it time for me to move on? The others of us, we're going to say, yes, that's it. That's right for me. This is the way I want to go. This is how I'm flowing, and I'm in tune with everything that's going on there. And we Capricorns can get like pretty set in our way because we do the things that we do things in a meticulous manner. We work really hard. We would fit basically in a structure like that, but only if it's being supportive of us this month. If it feels different, I think some of us, maybe half and half, might just say, this is it, I'm moving on from it because there's something better, and that's this Eight of Rods. Now, the Eight of Rods, usually wands, cards, rods, cards, I don't know why they changed the name, are business finance for the most part. This is forward momentum towards our goals, which are assured. That's the good thing. Whatever our decision is, whichever way we're going, when we get this different perspective, then we are assured of a good outcome. So it's time to follow through on whatever we have already put into motion and plan for our next moves. So it's about shooting our arrows into the air, and they are going and they're heading right for the spot where we had aimed them. So it's really smart, quick energy. Heading right where we had aimed them. We are time for action, initiating a new phase and something we're working on, or some kind of a new enterprise, you know. Uh, it also means air travel, like considerable landings, like come and going departures and coming back in and taking off right again for those of us that are starting to travel. But we will move with them, and we stay exactly who we are with this Eight of Rods. We decide who we are. We decide and establish the role that we want to play, and we let go of anything that does no longer that we no longer feel comfortable with, period. That's what this is, and it's a fast moving energy. So they're telling me that we need to really think about, with that hangman energy, maybe going within and really thinking about, what is my next step? Where am I kind of basically going with this, whatever it is that I'm going with? Because this, for some of us, it could be I'm going towards a love relationship, actually, that might make my life a lot better, or be way more supportive of it. Because next we got the Page of Cups, and I love the Page of Cups, because, or Page of Knight of Cups, sorry, I'm reading the card absolutely wrong, sorry about that. But now we got this Knight of Cups energy, and this is really neat for us. And that's why I'm saying love, because the Knight of Cups is like the knight in shining armor on the white horse, coming in, you know, bringing us this wonderful message of love. It could be our one true love. Maybe some of us are going towards someone that really is supportive and caring and kind and generous to us. Now, this is going to be male or female. I didn't say that. It's going to be God, what am I thinking here? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, water energy, male or female. So he's the knight on the white horse, and he's when he appears, it means that we're really deeply involved in some kind of an emotional situation, something that's really important to us, so important, it's to the point where nothing else in the world matters to us. We might be waiting for some kind of a message, which is a declaration of love, maybe a proposal of marriage with such great expectancy, like our word down here, that there's just nothing else that we care about. Everything else in the world's insignificant. With this Knight of Cups energy, we don't care about anything else. All other relationships just pale in comparison with this one. And if it's not love around us, it's a friend or a relationship with someone who is honest, intelligent, and someone who's really wanting to aid us, is what I want to say. Really wanting to. That the Knight of Cups energy's more mature than the Page of Cups, like I was originally started to read it. When I glanced down at the card, I have my reading glasses on, and it's kind of pushed away from me, so I couldn't quite see the card, but it's an interesting energy. So I'm not going to just place it on love, like as in a relationship. So some of us, it's going to be a relationship. Others of us, it's going to be something that I'm emotionally invested in. Maybe something that, maybe a job I applied for. Maybe, a loan I applied for. And the Knight of Cups is delivering like the right answer that we've been waiting for with bated breath, basically. So I want you to think along those lines too. It can represent something else to us also. You know, not just a lover coming into our life, but other things that we really want, that we think are appropriate, or it's time, should I say, for it. And this is next card. I said page. This really is a page. This is the Page of Swords. I looked down and saw page on this one and didn't, and said page with a Knight of Cups there. But this is a Page of Swords, and this could be a little bit disruptive energy, because look at him. Look at his face. He's got his back turned to the enemy. He's holding the sword out in front of him because he's so cocky and so confident, right, that he can defeat any enemy. He doesn't even have to look at him. He'll just turn around, swing him at him, and knock him down. So it's kind of more, because it's a page, it's a young energy. Now it's going to be male or female, once again, very air energy. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy, but it's going to be a little more troublesome, or attitude, because it's more immature. So this particular thing can bring to us messages or news about problems or some kind of difficulties going on, maybe relating to someone younger than us that we know. So an offspring, maybe one of our kids failed college or failed a class at school, and we thought they were doing really good and paying attention. I think it's hard because a lot of the kids are doing online stuff. I'm doing these at the beginning of November, but I think this will still be ongoing in December. So maybe they got in some kind of trouble, because with this card, there's an element of some kind of experimentation going on, where either me or someone else is taking some kind of risk, or behaving in some type of a risky manner that could cause problems. So it's the Page of Swords is motivated by unconventional activity that can cause strife in our life. So we don't want to be in this kind of energy. Swords energy can be swift, it can be fast moving, it can be powerful, and it can also be very self-confident, not arrogant or overconfident. So some of us may be being asked to step into this kind of energy, you know, where we are taking a risk, but we're going to be confident that it's not going to cause us strife, because we're going to use mature judgment, keep supportive people around us, educate ourselves to what's going on around us. And others of us, like I said, this could be a troublesome type energy, and there may be something I want with this Knight of Cups energy that I'm not going to deal with this kind of crap from here, you know. But this is arrogance and overconfidence, where if we go like to the King of Swords, that's someone who's smart, has the ability to use force, but only uses force, goes to war basically, only goes to war if it is necessary. Doesn't just walk out there with a sword and start killing people just because they can. It's that type of energy. So using that determination and effort to do something appropriate to bring me forward in my life, right after I get this new perspective from the Hangman, is going to be the wise way to use that energy. So you know what it tells me, kind of? It tells me more or less to think before I act. You know, some of us, this is going to be a person in our lives, right? Some of us are going to use this energy, but all of us are going to be sure about the path we're taking forward. So I'm going to say with him, he's a warning there. he or she is a warning to be self-assured and self-confident, but not to be problematic and arrogant or whoops, just lost all my angel cards. Good thing I got ours in my hand. Not to be overconfident, just showing I can do the job. Every angel card but 4 of them. 1 was in my hand, 3 are on the table, and the rest are laying all over the floor. And what did we get? Have confidence out of all those cards. You can't make up the angel card that says moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence that God's enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buoy your courage and your faith. And that, I think, was the message from that Page of Swords. Be, spirits behind think about spirit behind every single thing that we are going to do, right? Basically, spirit is behind us in all ways. I lost my card here. And that when we make a more assertive, not aggressive, but a more assertive move, then we will move forward with spirit and use the energy that, because it's immature and it's fast and quick motion, Page of Swords, but to do it to get exactly what we want. This card is the message from your angels saying you can do it. Trust that you have all the ingredients it takes to complete the mission before you. Although you may not completely understand how you'll fulfill the task, have faith that you'll be continually guided. The more you can depersonalize the mission and know that it's not about you, the better. Don't listen to the voice that asks, who me? You are utterly worthy, since you are a perfect daughter or son of the Creator. The angels surround you every step of the way. Stay in the moment and focus on one step at a time. Give all of your worries or concerns to God and the angels, and ask the angels to increase your faith. Trust that God's love and wisdom are working through you. That's an interesting thing. And this card here is telling us to get a different perspective. And once we do, things are going to start moving really quickly with our 8 of Rods there. Well, Capricorn, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me, or just go neb about me, or if you need to set an appointment with me, all the information is down below the screen over at the website. It's in the About section, and there's 2 short videos over at the website. One explains the prayer class I put out there for you guys. The other one is the sutra classes. The prayer class is 2.5 hours long. It tells you how to format prayers, why you do them that way, the way that you do them, and for like effective prayer. And the sutras are simple thought forms. You put in a meditation. It takes 5 minutes a day. It enhances the clairperceptions dramatically. So to everybody I've met through 4 whole years of doing YouTubes, and everyone I've met through 32 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all, it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to serve you. And hopefully I will see you back here next month. Bye-bye.